Good to see you, Bishop.
Yes, good to be here.
Recently in the tablet, you announced a kind of a new program, a new system for trying to attract vocations to religious life and to the priesthood. And one of the things you mentioned was that a survey shows that many times people are not asked to
That's
think
right.
about it. Has that been your experience as you talk to young people?
Well, I think it's true. I mean, we did this research, was pretty 1,400 respondents, and the one variable that came out as common and had the most value was that nobody ever asked us to consider a vocation. So that means we need to redouble our efforts of asking young people, especially, to consider a religious vocation. It doesn't mean we're going to pull them into it, but just ask them so they can consider it. If they've never been exposed to the invitation, they're never going to be able to respond. So that is the major job we have.
So the new setup that we were putting in place in the diocese is really an attempt to get more down to the grassroots and to invite people, right?
Exactly. Well, we have many more people working on it. In the past, we just had the vocation director, and he had a lot of responsibilities. Now, we're trying to divide those responsibilities up a bit more. For the House of Discernment, where the vocation director formerly lived, we have somebody else who will be dealing with that, Father King, for example. Then we have the two former vocation directors who are pretty skilled in discerning people's intentions. They're going to work on people who are in inquiry about vocations. And then we have 4 regional people in various places of the diocese who are going to help when we go to the high schools. They're going to be available to go to youth events, etc., so that we have a presence. The more people to ask. So really, we went from 1 person now to about 6 people that'll be working on vocations. So we want more voices to invite.
And you're also encouraging more parishes to have vocation committees,
Yeah, right. That's another thing. I would love every parish to have a vocation committee. At the very least, that they should pray for vocations. Secondly, identify people who they think might have a vocation to the priest, to the vocation director of the diocese, so that we can have outreach asking people to consider.
Well, it seems to be working because this year we have the largest class of ordinands in the United States.
That's true.
I mean, but we can't rest on our laurels, can we?
No, I said that. That's true. The second question, we have 13 actually, and by whatever reason, we have the largest single class. And the second question people ask, well, how many people are born here in the United States? Because many dioceses are having a lot of foreign born. So I went through the list of fact this morning, and it is the fact that 9 of the 13 were born here in the diocese. And 4 are foreign born, but have had connection to the diocese. So, and our diocese is half foreign born, so we need people with the language abilities to do that. So I think it's a good sign that we are able to recruit vocations from within the diocese, but again, you have to keep working at it.
Sure. One of the things we used to worry about was that sometimes the migrant groups do not bring vocations with them, but that seems to be changing now, is it?
Well, to a point, actually. The 4 foreign-born, 2 are Polish and 2 are Haitians. But one lived here quite a while, the one Haitian fella. So it's clear that we need them because we have so many foreign-born people who need language services, people who understand the culture. So we have a pretty good balance.
Yeah. When you go to the high schools and you have this project, Andrew, and you talk with some of the young people, you throw out the idea, what's the reaction, general reaction you get from the kids?
Well, you don't see much reaction. Sometimes later on they'll call, they'll come to some event. Right then and there, nobody's going to come and say, oh, you take me, or I want to be a priest or a sister. It doesn't happen. But it is a question of sowing the seed, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, we wish you the best of luck and
Thank
continued
you.
success.
We'll keep farming.
Okay.